mind telegraphing to the entire table. I'm giving up. Don't worry about me.
It's the Mahjong YouTube channel.
Yay!
Welcome to Prost, a show of roasting pros. Who's roasting whom? Mostly everybody. Come along with us as we pick the best minds in the game to better understand all the things we do wrong.
So on this show, every week we feature one streamer from Twitch or YouTube who's playing either Tenho or Ronron. And we just tear apart their hand. And sometimes they play much better than Garth and I. This week's featured streamer is once again overlordwhale, who is a popular streamer on Twitch and also offers really good commentary. You can go watch these hands later, I believe, and listen to his own commentary. But on this show, we only offer the commentary of us, Garth, myself, and our special guest.
And today's special guest is once again Kaori Shimizu. If you don't remember, she has won a bunch of things. Most notable in Renmei would be Oisen, Pro Queen, and the Women's League. She's also won the Women's League in Mondo and the Mondo Championship, and among other things. But just to remind you, our favorite thing about Kaori is champion partier. She has the most experience partying in North Kanto. Someday, we hope that she comes back to North Kanto. If we can just get North Kanto moved back to Takasaki.
Okay.
Welcome to the show, Kaori.
Yep. Can you say hello to everybody?
Hello, everybody. I'm Kaori Shimizu. Yes. I'm playing in North Kanto. But North Kanto win. Garth is best player because he got to win a lot. So then maybe this season I want to beat Gus.
Ooh, that's a challenge.
Yes, I'm challenger.
Because Garth has too many North Kanto trophies.
Yes,
you have two?
Yes, he has a lot.
Three North Kanto trophies. I actually have made the final table one time in North Kanto. I think I got second or third place. I think Sawazaki Pro won. And I was the only one time though. So I really want to go back to North Kanto, but right now I have too many small people to take care of.
I can't make it to the final table and lose. It's just my thing.
That is yeah, except for Masters. Okay.
Right.
Okay, let's get into our hand. Here we go. Here is our starting hand. It is the South round, the second hand. This is one or two hands after the hand that we went over last week. I think it might be the next one. It might be one after that again. There is a continuance. We are the North player. The Dora is the South wind. We're in first place still, and we're more in first place than last time because of Tenpai. So the player across from us was gaining on us, but now we have a little bit better position. Let's see what happens. Let's just go over what you think with this kind of haipai, this kind of hand that you're dealt.
難しいね。でもこれ、また別にいけるような手じゃないんだよね。自分から。だから、まあ今回、一巡目に切られたシャアが重なったんで、これを安牌として持っていけばいいから、それ以外は割と、まあ手組みをしてっていいのかな。ドラが重なったら大チャンスなんで。スーパーラッキー、大チャンス。なので、まあこれは9万とかを切っておいて、ドラが重なるかどうか。まあでも、全部手組みしてまっすぐ行って上がりきる手配では今のところハイパイではないね。
What do you think when you first see this hand, guys?
I guess if I were being honest, I would have to look at it and say, yeah, I should not really try to win this hand. But that's never my reaction to seeing it. It's always like, you know, if this came and then this came and then this came, I could win this hand. I should probably not give up already. But yeah, I guess if I were being more conservative, like I could be in many situations, I might even hold on to the Q1 as umpire. Definitely, kanzen umpire, like definitely umpire for Oya, and I might even just drop the 1-2 Inzu right off the bat. Thinking, if this is going to be a hand I want to go for, then it's probably going to involve all the Manzu, Itsu, and maybe Dora, right? So yeah, I'm not
That's
sure.
a really far away. Wait, Itsu in cracks or BAMs?
ランピンピンで1つあるよ。
Dude, it's the same for me and Suanko. If I get one uncle, I'm wow, Suanko. Here it comes.
You get one set of 3. You're like, all right, let's make all 4. Let's see what he discarded. Our hero Kujira discards the West.
And not even Tsumogiri. He made a point of making a Karagiri.
I mean, I guess this is more going for it. Or like, there's one West out. I can't use the West as a Yaku, so...
そうでね、そうだと思うよ。その通りで、前回の、手組みもね、割と6ブロックに構えて、前面に上がりに向かうっていうことでいけば、パーマン引きでスチーマンの受けが残るとか、そういう、あとペン3ピン引きとか、いろいろそう含めて、一応ね、今頭が9ピンとしてあって両方候補があるんで、やっぱりアグレッシブに行く手組みなんじゃないかな。この一打は思います。
It's a bold discard. I don't actually think it's a bad discard. I think it's bold, and I think a lot of people can't do it.
I'm attacking. I am not giving up.
He definitely did not want to discard Dora no matter what. He was afraid of somebody else using Dora against him. So everybody else is pretty much discarding just like edge tiles. So it's very
standard,
very uneventful.
Standard
discards.
おー、いいね。
We get the 3-sided way.
ここは一通見えるよね。
Wow, good job, Garth.
It just takes 1 or 2 draws.
Yeah.
To suddenly make it feel like you're right there.
True,
これ
true.
2ピンを切る。あるよ。
2ピン。
普通もあるし、いや、ここでペン3ピンのテンパイとか、カンチーソのテンパイが入って、ドラを切ってリーチに行くって、リスクがあるんですよ。ポンされなければいいから一回切ってみるっていうのはあるんだけど、だから、手役で何かさなりを見たりとか、一通になれば、何をリリースした時の、別に費用対効果、そのリスクと、あれが合致する。だけど、リーチのみでトップ目で何を切ってリーのみの形が悪いのは、リスクと、効果が、費用対効果見合わないから、ここで E ピン、リャンピン落とすは、あり。
The thing is, I think, so I really want to say I would do that, and I'm about 50% sure I would do it. I just can't know for sure. It's one of those things that I'm always in the situation when it happens in that moment. Sometimes I just do this random thing this way or random thing this way. I feel like I would recognize that as maybe the most correct move. I'm not in trouble here. There's no reason to totally impossibly go for points. So it feels like if I'm going to go for it, I want it to be something that's relatively easy to win. I might even do something crazy, like, if I get to 1 away from Tenpai with Itsu, I might chi to, get Itsu Kakte and then wait on, like, Doratanki.
そうだね、そうだね。そう。
I'm not afraid of that kind of shogu, but like she says, I don't think I want to be letting go of Dora and then just for reach.
Do you regret discarding the West here?
しないな。
Yeah, that's an interesting question, but I get If I'd been doing it, I would have probably not had the E-pin, Yampin, and I would have the 2 Wests instead here.
なるほど。なるほどね。
All of us have discarded things and then later been like, I should have kept that. Like,
わかる。考えなくていい。どの道ドラ短期とか、ドラのあれにならなきゃ別に、一通だけで仕掛けてもねっていうとこ、曲を流すっていうことはできるんだけど、そこまでだから後悔する必要はないと思う。この曲に関しては OK だと。
That's good advice. Thank you. He discards the 9. Nine. Well, I mean, that gives you the most options, I guess, immediately, but not the most options down the road, I think.
まあ、そうだね。やっぱり、まあまあ、いいピンを切っといてとか、っていうのもありかな。そう、契約を見るなら。だけど、やっぱり、今主流のデジタルで行くなら、9万を切っておいて、何の重なりで、やっぱりアンピーピンとかそういう感じになってくのが、やっぱ主流っていうところもあるので、これはね、打ち手のタイプなんで。
Yeah, that's an important distinction. There's a lot of digital players and Yaku players, basically.
そうだね。Depends on players style.
Let's go.
First the Dora comes out.
Yep, the Dora is discarded. And now we're seeing that especially the player to our left is discarding all BAMs right now. So at first it looked like people were just discarding edge tiles. But now we see the player to our left is kind of going for something bigger, maybe.
Itsu-ish in the Manzu or Pinzu.
Once the Dora comes out there, are you ready to just discard the Dora right away so nobody pawns it? Or do you want to keep it longer?
これはね、今難を切っちゃった方がいい。なぜかというと、別にこの時点で打点はいらなくて、上茶のプレイヤーはね、シャーチャが、ちょっと捨て牌が、特殊な捨て牌なんですよ。やっぱり三蔵、ウーソ、ローソって切って、ここがチートイツか本一の可能性があるので、今難が切れてポンが入ってないということは、今ならまあ、もしかしたらね、名本チートイドラドラとかだと当たる可能性あるけど、ほぼ今当たる可能性がないので、リスクを回避するなら今難を合わせた方がいいです。はい。
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Well, that's what I never ever think. and it's definitely and definitely when I hear the explanation, it's like, yeah, that's definitely what I should always think. but I never ever get there in that. Oh my gosh, Dora just got cheap. I'm totally going to take advantage of this.
So you think when somebody discards it, it makes it easier for you to win on it?
What I'm thinking right now is that I'm not really thinking this out very well. and listening to the explanation right there, it's like, yeah, obviously you should just let go of Dora here and go for a cheap win. I mean, if you can get the win cheap here to just advance the Oyaban, that's no loss at all. I'm definitely writing that one down in my little book here.
See what happens next.
Oh, wow.
So he did not discard that. He holds on the Dora.
Oh yeah, that's the kind of thing too. Like if somebody else pulled that, then immediately you're like, oh no.
There's reach. So this is what we were afraid of. This is exactly why we were like, discard the Dora first, right? I mean, it doesn't look like they've got a Hoitsu, to be honest.
そう、チートイドラドラもある。ちょっとね、これね、想像安いんだけど、チートイツかもしれないと思ったら、このイーソーも怖いので、これラス目のリーチなんで、ここはチーマンの現物を合わせたい。あとは親が対抗してくれれば、もうそっちでやり合ってもらって。みんなで。できれば親からこのラス目の人が取ってもらったら、もっと有利なんで。ここはね、ちょっともう怖すぎて、イーソーさえチートイツの場合狙われるから。
How about the Rosso? The Rosso is also 現物。
ローソー現物いいね。ローソー現物いっとこうか。そうだね。ローソー現物いっとこうか。
Like, so if you're saying like Chitoitsu is like super likely, Paso is like super dangerous, right?
そう。それ。その通りです。
I think that my thinking for discarding the Rosso instead is because I'm just planning to fold. And if there's a chance that the Paso becomes safe a little bit later, then I think it leaves me in a better position.
No.
If you run out entirely of other safe tiles, then I guess that's the one you go with. But yeah, like you say, I'm thinking, okay, I'm just totally give up here, and as much as possible, I'm going to go for Genbutsu.
現物最高。
Okay.
現物 is the best. 現物。
Give me Genbutsu.
Oh, we have enough right now too. We have enough Genbutsu at this point. We'll probably get some more. So,
like you say, folding and like shikari, like super. I'm totally not even half-assed trying to win this hand. I am totally giving up. And not only that, I'm fine telegraphing to the entire table. I'm giving up. Don't worry about me.
そうよ。
Oh no! But it's okay.
Hey, 危ない、セーフ、セーフ。
And then, oh no, another reach!
Oh, no.
And now we're stuck with no Genbutsu because there's no Genbutsu for the dealer. Oh, there's one, just the one of dots. But after that, we're gonna be in big trouble.
いやー、きついよね、これがね。
Also is now Nakasuji for Oya and Genbutsu for the
うん。
first creature.
B ピンからのローソ
I mean, the
Yeah.
dealer doesn't really look like Chitoi. The dealer looks like a pretty typical, probably open-ended weight. So probably the 6 is okay.
うんうん。
It's not a trap at least because of 3 they didn't discard the 3. So
大丈
Yeah,
夫。これ
obviously.
赤がないルールだと、ローソーがまあまあ当たりづらい。赤があるルールだと、このローソーはとても危険なんだけど。
that's true. That's a really good point.
うん、
No, and there goes Dorda.
ああ、よかったよかった。
So in the end, it kind of turned out okay. But yeah, that's
よかったよかった。
now we have lots and lots of Genbutsu to
おー
discard.
仕掛けてきたのか。
Yeah, but for a second, wait, let's look at that. Do you see he discarded the red dragon here?
Yeah.
The red
Yeah.
dragon is safe to the dealer, but we still had Genbutsu. We still had the 8. He just discarded the 8, so it kind of looks like maybe he's trying to take the hand back. It's Ishanten now.
うんうんうん。
Yeah.
それと、
うん
あと、親に4セオル積もられると、一気に並ばれちゃうんだけど、小型がもし8000万元ぐらいだったら、通行料として払ってもいいっていう、そこはあるかも。こっちには、ラスには一回打ってもいいよ。まだだし、みたいなところもあるかな。あと、イシャンテンだしみたいな。
So definitely don't throw to Oya, but if you can sort of still make it while not throwing to Oya, then still maybe kind of go for it. Wow, okay.
でも、だったらリャンズを打った方がいいんだけど、チュンで当たると高そう
I
な
was thinking that too, actually, right?
こっちに当たっても安いから、とは思う。ほぼね、3色もないし、イーソー3枚切れてるんで、まあ、シャンポンとかに当たるかもしれない。まあ、チートイドラドラに当たるかもしれないけど、まあ、裏が乗らなければみたいな。じゃあ、リャンズの方がいいよね。チュンはちょっと怖い。やっぱちょっと怖い、この捨て牌だと。
Yeah, especially if you're thinking that the player to your left is Chitoitsu, if they're going for all pairs.
Right.
Then the red dragon's really dangerous. Especially a lot of people I think wait for it if there's one out, just one out.
うん。
I think
What?
that's common. Okay, then he goes for those 2.
これはでも、どうだろう。
And then the hand ends. So
So yeah, you're right. It was like a hensoku, not your most normal shape, but I guess just a quick reach, an early reach. So she
うん。
jammed.
で、まあ、捨て牌になかったピンズの町が残ってたみたいな感じだ。
So our big lesson there: get rid of Dora when it's obviously safe. Huh?
yeah, that is a good lesson. I think it felt like maybe he could have had a little bit more of a plan for his hand. I mean, it ends up this way a lot in Mahjong, but it felt more reactionary. It felt like maybe he was only thinking 1 to the next discard and not to future discards, like
うんうん、
how the hand might turn out later in the hand.
正しい。そう思う。
One of the things that I'm really taking away from the things that we would have done differently is how, like, you know, my basic reaction for when one person throws Dora and then the very next draw, another person throws Dora and I look at them, that's so weak. Weak player. And then it's interesting that, like, in another situation when I was like, oh, I would play a lot safer here, and you were like, no, I would attack here. Like, oh, it's my way of thinking that this play is weak and this play is strong, maybe a little bit ass backwards.
It also depends on what rules you're playing. If you're playing with red Dora and with Ippatsura, then the places you're going to attack are different than if we're playing A rule, like with League and stuff like that. So I think that we get kind
I
of
feel like
confused and mixed up because we're playing both rules at the same time.
やっぱでもね、相手の手を読むっていうのって本当に難しいなって逆に思った今。うん、で、まあなんとなくこうかなって当たりをつけて、それをどこまで信じれるかっていうのは、日頃自分がどれだけ麻雀を勉強していくかによって、その自分の考察を信じられるかどうか。これが大事だなって、今の曲を見て思いました。
See, so no matter how many tournaments you've won and how strong of a pro you are, there's always more to learn.
いやいやいやいやいやいやいや、もうね、いっぱいあるよ。bunch of things I have to study. More and more.
The more you learn, you have more to learn.
Thank you, Overlord Whale San, for letting us use your hands once again. Great plays there, and hopefully we can contribute to your learning as well. If you would like to be featured on Prost and have your hands analyzed by us and a much, much stronger pro than us, then please DM, find us on Twitter. You can DM this YouTube channel. You guys know where to find us. So go ahead, send us your link, and we will take a look and see if there are some hands that we can use in our show. And make sure you smash that like and subscribe button right now.
グッドボタンね。グッドボタンよろしくね。And subscribe.
And
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, follow my Twitter.
Yes, also follow Kaori-san's Twitter.
somewhere around here. And that's it for today's show. Thanks to Kaori for partying with us. Thanks to all of you for watching, and be sure to join us and Kaori for our next episode of Prost and our journey to finally get enough advice to play like a pro.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Next week.
Game over.